All right, man. Let's go ahead and get this show on the road. Welcome to another episode of the Darrel Long Show, hosted by your boy Darrel Long. I look good on there. I look damn good. Shout out to everybody watching, man. Another episode of the Darrel Long channel, hosted by your boy Darrel Long. Now the first thing I want to do is I want to say shout out to everybody watching. Shout out to everybody that continue to watch. Shout out to everybody that is always rocking with your boy, always showing me love. It's always being a presence of positivity and the presence of hard working. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who want to see Simp Nation go far, somebody who want to see our channel grow. We at 1.1 thousand subscribers. So we almost at 2,000 subscribers. Let's keep getting the numbers up. Let's keep getting the views up. Let's run it up. Right now, for those, oh, sorry. You know what? Before I even get into the situation with Ali and Lucki Maree, because a lot of people don't know that Ali first live stream he ever did, I was in that live stream. And Ali, you're welcome to take the video down because I have already downloaded the video. I downloaded it twice about 5 weeks ago. Because I was honestly disappointed in the fact that Ali went to Trader Truth Teller to try to start some shit between me and him. And I don't have any issues even with Ali no more. I don't even have any issues with Ali no more. Right? This is just the truth. So I never understood why I had to deal with Ali going to bro talking about some, oh yeah, don't work with this person, don't work with that person. And he don't even want to work with your man's Fatty. Who, if we really being honest, Fatty is the talent over there, bro. All right, I got a few things to say before I even get to the content. Fatty is the talent over there. I don't even like saying his name. And it's not because I don't like bro. It's because somebody striked me one day for bullying, said I was calling somebody overweight because I was using his name. That's the real reason why I use the word like that. That's why I say Portugal, right? But there's two things I want to talk about. First of all, I'm gonna just stick to what I'm talking about right now in the Ali situation. I had no beef with Ali coming into this year. And for the most part, I'm going to leave the rest of this year with no beef with the Untouchables, like I told Tony Golden, like I told Portugal, because I don't have no problem with the Untouchables. At least I thought there was no issue at all, bro. But thanks to Fatty, he went over to Trey Truth Teller channel, exposed him, which I was happy about. I was happy because I had attacked Freezy's mother, who is deceased, because somebody told me, "Oh, I think it's Freezy. I think it's Freezy." So when I contacted Freezy, Freezy didn't respond. I took that as the situation was true, and he was trying to start shit between me and Trader Truth Teller. So I doxed Freezy's mom, his deceased mom. You know, it is what it is. Do I regret it? No. Was it wrong? Yeah. It is what it is, though. But I'm very, very, very disappointed in the fact that Ali would run around starting beef between me and Trader Truth Teller and anybody else. To me, that is very, very, very disingenuous, especially because I was at your first show. I was literally I was at your first show. Me and you, Ali, talked about the situation with Lucki Maree, and you called Lucki Maree a liar. You called her basically two-faced, et cetera, a pick me, a badass woman, et cetera, et cetera. And it wasn't until y'all realized that she had some type of clout that you wanted to use her for the untouchables. It's really just that simple, bro. It's just that simple. One more thing I want to talk about. Anton Daniels and the Room 9 show. Let me tag Anton this. The Room 9 show is all but trash now, right? It's boring as hell. I never thought that Anton would become so boring to the point where it's almost even hard to listen to him. You got Slimmy over there. Slimmy boring as hell. Slimmy don't know what the fuck he be talking about. Slimmy just be talking. It made me miss the days where Anton had people like Aaron O and Brittany B around. Like it really made me miss those days when Aaron O would try to come up with some type of objectivity to at least break down his points. You know what I'm saying? Aaron was Aaron was so much of a conversationalist that Aaron had the conversation about young girls before anybody else. And of course, we knew it was just a conversation, but we weaponized it anyway, right? And I wouldn't say we ran Aaron out the space, but I do think that Aaron got tired of dealing with us the same way Anton got tired of dealing with us because this is a business. Aaron is a businessman. Anton is a businessman. If the business is not doing well, then you move on from that business and you move towards another business. That's the way the world works, right? Look, I got ads popping up in my video. Shout out to my channel being monetized. All right. And make sure y'all don't skip them ads. But I just thought it was crazy how boring Anton's show has gotten. I thought it was crazy that Ilkan Ali was running around telling Trader Truth, telling other people not to fuck with me. But now I can show y'all the proof. I wasn't gonna stay here for long, right? I got shit to do. Ilkan Ali first live stream 3 years ago, October 24th, 2022. I was in East Lansing, Michigan. Minding my business, being a single father. Me and Ali had a conversation about Lucki Maree, who at this point he didn't really know and he didn't do content with. Ali had came to Fight Club. So this video is for you, Trader Truth Teller. Don't work with Darrel. Don't do this with Darrel. Don't do this with Darrel. Did you know that this motherfucker built his first channel off my fucking back, just like Sharon did, just like Venus did? Did you know the very first live stream wasn't Anton Daniels that he wanted to interview? It wasn't Team Fatty, because Fatty was a fucking nobody at that point. It wasn't Jay Prince. Jay Prince was just Anton's little fucking squire. He interviewed me. He wanted to know how I got Lucki Maree, how she called CPS on me. Ilkan Ali and me was damn near best buddies at this time. It wasn't until he started to align himself with fuck niggas and fuck bitches that I had to check him. Right? We gave him a pass when he pulled up talking about, I got my baby mama pregnant. And me and her, we made a pact to get rid of the baby. But now she kept the fucking baby. We gave bro a pass on that. What's up, Wody? We gave bro a pass on that. We tried to ask bro, hey, dog, if your girl pregnant, did you come inside of her? Because you complaining about her being pregnant. Did you wear a condom? Why would I wear a condom? We're in a relationship. I thought you didn't want this bitch pregnant, gang. I thought you didn't want her pregnant. What's up, Ivy Wody? But let me go and go to the content, y'all. Right? Let's get it popping. And please make sure y'all support the channel. Become a member. They say on YouTube and like the little notes that they give us, they say if we ask you guys every video to become a member, memberships go up. So I'm gonna start doing that. Hey, listen, if you don't want to support the channel by sending a $20,000 super chat or a $100 super chat, then just become a member. The memberships are litty. I'm about to start making exclusive content for the memberships. Now that I just bought my Insta360 new camera, now that I bought this camera, I'm going to be dropping exclusive content and the memberships only. Specifically, you know, when I'm going out in Chicago, when I'm going out in Milwaukee, when I'm going out in Detroit, when I'm traveling, we might go down to St. Louis, we might go down to Indiana. I'm going to show you guys like everything. You feel me? Every single thing. Man, shout out to IB Wody with the $10 super chat, man. That's my guy, bro. Just for being a real nigga, man.
Welcome to the Darrel Long Show, bringing you the best in commentary, vlogs, video essays, and reactions.
Out to my brother IB Wody. We are $90 away from our stream goal. Let me go ahead and get to this. And I said, Ali, if you want to take it down, you can. I have the video. I don't really need just video. It's up to you. And I would actually love if you popped your head out and tell me, why was you running your mouth to Trader Truth Teller, right, about me? I'm gonna put it for Ali or Portugal only, right? This link is for them or for Trey. If Trey want to pop out, then he can pop out too. But this link is for the untouchables. Right? I already know Lucki not gonna bring her ass up here. And I don't want her to come up here. I have a pending lawsuit against her. I don't want to talk to that bitch. Let's go ahead and make this popping. Let's get it. Come on, let me up, Ali. You got this.
What's going on, family?
What's going on, my brother Ali? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Just before I'm supposed to start work. I was supposed to start work an hour earlier, but the person rescheduled. But I'm just gonna start making content, man. It's just a big circus on this YouTube, and I'm seeing so many different people either backstabbing or switching sides or pretending like they'll call you out, but they won't call other people out.
Oh, so I was getting called out even back in 2022. They'd call you out. What's up, my brother, Darrel Long? What's up, my brother, Darrel Long? What happened to that, Ali? Do you know what really happened to that, Ali? Right? Since you want to tell this nigga Trey a history lesson between you and I'll do it for you. Right? I had no problems with Ali. As you can see, Ali is talking about how people called me out but won't call other people out. Right? So at one point in time, Ali didn't have no problem with me. I'm the same person I've always been. I've been attacking niggas, attacking their families, and Ali was happy to have a conversation with me. What changed? Right? Now, I know Portugal remember this, but there was a young lady named Peace of My Mind who was dealing with a man named Truth Is Never Favored. Me and Truth was beefing, right? Me and Truth was beefing, and I end up fucking his girl, right? Somebody calling me on my damn phone. Put my phone do not disturb because I hate when people call me when I'm fucking live. Cool, I put it on do not disturb so nobody can call me now. But Gore says, oh shit, that was back when Ali could be objective. Yes. Yes, this is back when Ali could be objective, bro. And you heard the first thing Ali say. I don't like the fact that they can call you out, Darrel, but they don't want to call everybody else out. Again, Ali, if you tell the truth if you told the truth to Trader Truth Teller, then you would have told him, yeah, I fucked with Darrel up until the point where I backstabbed him. Cause you talking about people backstabbing and changing sides. That's what y'all niggas did it with me, bro. That's exactly what y'all niggas did. Y'all niggas went from Darrel, shout out to Darrel, shout out to Darrel, like this nigga Ali is doing in this video. And then the beef started when Ali and Fatty and Jay Prince called me at 3 a.m, right? Darrel, we need to talk to you, Darrel. I said, all right, fellas. Like, I had no problem with them boys because I had just talked to Fatty and Ali about the Lucki situation, which is why this video happened. So they called me at 3 a.m. Darrel, we saw what you put on your Instagram. You said you have a peace of mind after you got some pussy You have a peace of mind. Did you fuck Truth is Never Favored Beach? Did you fuck Truth is Never Favored Beach? I said, first of all, fellas, I mean, I'm glad to talk to y'all tonight. I rock with all y'all, but I don't understand what this got to do with y'all. Truth a hoe ass nigga. He gonna betray y'all too. He gonna put his fucking knife in y'all back too. Right? And what ended up happening? He calling Jay Prince out. Truth is Never Favored, calling Fatty a pedo, all this other hoe ass shit. Over there laughing when Fatty get into it with Trey about the shit. I saw Witch Doctor and other people doing reactions to the what's that shit happened that Trey was reviewing? The Yes Sir shit. When Ali respected Fatty because they co-workers type shit. Everybody was reviewing that shit, bro. And Truth was right over there dissing niggas. Oh, I never call a nigga sir. And these niggas called me in the middle of the night mad. At this point, I hadn't even fucked a bitch. You feel me? At this point, I hadn't fucked her, but because they did that, because they called me that night and woke me up in the middle of my fucking night. You gotta remember, I'm laying in bed with my fucking daughter. Right? Me and Leia laying in bed. Leia might have been 2 years old at this time. So when she'd crawl out of her little bed, come and lay in bed next to me all the time. These niggas waking me up. So now I'm gonna fuck your bitch. Since y'all niggas mad about the shit, now I'm gonna fuck the little bitch. Now I'm gonna invite the little hoe over for the weekend, and I'm gonna put pipe in her. I'm gonna invite the little hoe over for the weekend. I'm gonna put pipe in her. And I never understood why them niggas was mad at me about that shit. To this day, I don't understand why Fatty and Ali called me about that shit with Jay Prince on the. I don't understand it. Exactly, Wody. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Gore says it's funny that that's what's going on today. Nothing changes. No, these niggas still switching sides. You see how he switched sides on Trey. Ali was my friend for 7 years. Ali was my friend for 7 years. And now he switched up on me for a nigga he ain't even met yet. He switched up on me for a nigga he ain't even met yet. Here go Fatty. Trey, did you meet Ilkan Ali in those 7 years that you talked to him on the phone? I ain't gotta ask nothing from your bitch ass, cuz. So you did not meet Ali, but you criticized me for not meeting Ali. You see what I'm saying, bro? Niggas be mad about shit that they do themselves, bro. And that's why I wish if Ali just be honest, right? Just be 1,000. I been knew you was in North Carolina. I could have been came down and tapped in with you in real life. You think I don't know where you at, nigga? I been knew where you was at. I been had your location, all of that shit, bro. And you know the crazy thing about it, I don't have no problem with Ilkan Ali. Not fucking one. Not one. The only issue I could carve out is the fact that he still, to this day, is running around trying to make it seem like I am the bad, I'm the big villain in his life. And that's not the case, bro. Let's keep watching.
Just hour earlier, but the person rescheduled. But I'm just gonna start making content, man. Just giving it's just a big circus on this YouTube, and I'm seeing so many different people either backstabbing or switching sides or pretending like they'll call you out, but they won't call other people out.
That still happen. Backstabbing, switching sides, people calling me out but don't want to call other people out. All of that shit still happens, daddy, and nothing has changed. Nothing has changed, bro. They still, Ali, you was on Duke the Don show after me and you fell out. Lucki had missed the call in CPS and you still had a bitch back. All the rest of the men saying, hold on, bro, this is too far. We get it. He said, fuck her little nephew online. But does that mean that a woman who never met a man or his child called CPS on them? I thought Ali being the manosphere, male adjacent nigga that he is, that he will always stick to this. But you know what he did? He turned cloak and started fucking with the little Las Vegas whore. And then what happened with that? She turned cloak on them and did a video called them a pedophile. And guess who she gave it to? Guess what content creator Lucki called and said, I did a video, me and Fantasy, I did a video about Fatty and Ali calling them predators. And guess who she called and gave that information to? Big Dick Daddy Darrel Long. You can't make this shit up, man. What's up, Carmen?
And it just enough.
Carmen, just so we can recap, this is the first live stream Ilkan Ali ever posted to his channel. Try the truth, tell someone something. I didn't know about this person. I didn't know about that person. How the fuck you been watching Ali for 7 years and don't know about me or Fatty? Oh, you've been fucking Ali for 7 years. Yeah, it's time to put the truth out there. Trey, you've been fucking Ali for 7 years. You haven't been doing content with that man for 7 years. You've been fucking that man for 7 years. Carmen, this video was posted October 24th, 2022, which actually happens to be my mother's birthday. October 24th. Let's keep going.
Enough to me, you know, everybody pandering and stuff. And I'm not going to say, I don't know your whole story. I know the first time I ever came on here, I saw you.
Hold on, let me make sure everybody hear this, right? Because I want my wife to hear it too. I want my wife to hear this too. So give me 1 second while I do something with the audio. Hold on. I want y'all to hear how these niggas switch up and how fast these niggas will switch up on you, bro. I want you to hear how fast these YouTube niggas will switch up on you, right? Yeah. Yeah, IBOD, wait a minute. It's about to get wicked. Listen to this nigga.
It's YouTube, and I'm seeing so many different people either backstabbing or switching sides or pretending like they'll call you out, but they won't call other people out. And it's just enough to me, you know, everybody pandering and stuff. And I'm not gonna say I don't know your whole story. I know the first time I ever came on here, I saw you going. The first time I ever saw you, I saw you going back and forth with no, second time. First time you was cool. Second time I saw you going back and forth with E Black.
Yep.
And I thought you went like too far, but I don't know your whole story. I would have never went that far. Like when you started talking about his wife, I don't know if you felt like that was the right thing to do. You know, that seemed like that was foul to me. And I'm not sure. I'm not saying he wasn't foul either, but it's if we're gonna move a certain way as people, I feel like you have to know how to stop and catch yourself. Just like I feel like you caught yourself. I think the last week, I think you've been reflecting on some things and seeing like, you know, on whatever was going on, how things were unraveling and how people get. I can understand your frustration too, because it's not right if two people are going through a situation.
Hold on, what?
Things and seeing like, you know, on whatever was going on, how things were unraveling and how people get. I can understand your frustration too, because it's not right if two people are going through a situation and it always seemed like the same way where someone takes the other person's side immediately and goes against the other person, knowing that both people might essentially been doing the same thing. Something's wrong with that picture.
Oh, you don't say. My former Turkish friend. My Turkish friend who pops up on Queen Sheba's show to antagonize me, and I let you live. You know how many times I could have blocked you over there, but I respect Queen Sheba too much to do such a thing. That is her domain. I am simply a humble servant. Oh yeah, she keep the court. Queen Sheba keep the court in check. Otherwise, I couldn't serve her. That's part of the reason why I will always, two reasons why I serve Queen Sheba. She always defend my daughter. She will always look out for young girls. Two, she keep her court in check. I don't have to. If Queen Sheba calling me to get some shit in line, I know something wrong. Because everything else she gonna handle, whether it's Martell Holt getting out of line or one of these other niggas popping up like Fatty and Ali getting out of line, Jay Prince ass. She got that. But let's address what you just said. You can understand my frustration when two people are doing something wrong, but people only choose to stick to one side. That's very interesting, Ali. Let me go back and rewind that.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if you felt like that was the right thing to do. You know, that seemed like that was foul to me. And I'm not sure. I'm not saying he.
Also, in this interview, you acknowledged that I had the tendency to go too far. You mentioned the E Black situation. In that situation, I don't feel like I went too far. Like I said in this video, I don't feel like I went too far at all. E Black talked about my baby mama, you know, like at the time that was my girlfriend. He talked about my girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend, and her mother. Sorry, my daughter and my ex-girlfriend. He talked about Christiana and Leia. Right? He had the whole video that I did with Christiana. He posted on his community wall. He was making fun, doing all kind of shit. So I said, okay, E Black, I think that's funny. For one, for the record, when me and E Black did that, we was co-hosts on Conversation with King. I thought this was friendly competition. Who can be the nastiest? So what did I do? I don't like to peddle in jokes and shit. Right? Like low key, I'm a real mean nigga in real life. No cap. I fake like I'm a nice nigga, but I'm not nice at all. When E Black did what he did, I text E Black. Me, King, Chef Shapino, we always in the same group chat. Hey, bro, you good? You want to take that down right for the morning? Because that shit, I told that nigga, that shit up by the time I wake up, it's on and popping. He refused. So the next day, one of my cousins who had been looking up E Black all night for me, this is all facts. I'll put this on Agon Soul, nigga. One of my cousins who had been looking up all E Black information texted me and said, I found something, cuz. So what did you find? I found the name, Lynette Hodge. Turns out that was E Black wife. My cousin also found E Black's wife website where she had posted all of her information about how she failed to be a lawyer. And in that information, she had 2 articles written about how her family home was burnt down that her grandmother left to her because E Black was selling drugs but couldn't pay the drug dealers back. This is all public information. She talked about how she was drinking 2 liters of vodka daily when she first got married to E Black. So yeah, I exposed them. How dare you tell me I have failed Christiana when your wife was drinking 2 liters of vodka? I wouldn't let Michi drink 2 liters of vodka right now. Before Michi drink 2 liters of vodka, I would knock her the fuck out and take her to the hospital. That's a fact. Ain't nobody about to be a fucking belligerent drunk around me. But no, so I never felt bad about the E Black situation. And I'm only highlighting this to show Trader Truth Teller and other people that Fatty and Ali come and say, don't work with Darrel, say bad things. These niggas knew I was doing bad things. Still came to my show. Still gave me the clip about Sydney Star. You know how many clips I got with Fatty and Ali in it? Hundreds. So Trey, they set your channel up. That's the reason why nobody you realize people don't want to beef with me so much, Trey. They rather just stay out of your fucking channel. Now you got 20 and 50 people watching. When I came over there originally, you had almost 300 people watching. Beef is good for nobody, especially when you beef with a nigga like me. And if you don't believe that, go ask E Black TV. Go ask Lucki Maree. The 2 people I put into retirement, nigga, them niggas done.
Wasn't foul either, but it's if we're gonna move a certain way as people, I feel like you have to know how to stop and catch yourself. Just like I feel like you caught yourself.
Hold on, Ali. Did you stop when I was on Trey channel when you called that nigga? You see what I'm saying, gang? Because when you came to Queen Sheba's show, I stopped. I didn't call Queen Sheba. That's that whole ass nigga that was attacking Leia with Lucki. She would have took you down immediately. You'd have been dropped. I didn't make no phone calls to my people. But you made phone calls to yours. For one, I would never beg Queen Sheba to do anything like that because I don't control her channel. She do. She control her channel. Again, I am simply a humble servant of Queen Sheba's. So if she tell me time somebody out, they get timed out. If she tell me to let them live, they get a chance to speak again. All by her grace, not mine. Let's continue.
I think the last week, I think you've been reflecting on some things and seeing like, you know, on whatever was going on, how things were unraveling, and how people get. I can understand your frustration too, because it's not right if two people are going through a situation, and it always seemed like the same way, where someone takes the other person's side immediately and goes against the other person, knowing that both people might essentially been doing the same thing. Something.
You hear this nigga Abi Wody? You hear the inconsistency, Abi Wody? Abi Wody been here for years. When the last time I did a stream about Ali and Fatty, I actually made it a mental note because I seen about 8 videos where I actually wanted to react because some of the ladies was on a panel going against them niggas, and it was a perfect opportunity for me to not only what's the right word? To reintroduce myself, I guess you could say, to audiences who don't know me over there, right? And pull those women here. That was the perfect opportunity. I chose not to. I chose not to because I gave my word. Because the Untouchables very seldomly come here. Fatty might pop up if I get a bad haircut or some shit. But Tony Golden's always watching. He probably watching right now and just ain't saying shit. But when he do speak, like when he went to Trey and Sharon, and he said, Trey, why you got all the smoke for us? When that nigga Darrel done doxed you and all kind of shit. I respected that. That was, to me, Tony Golden might be the realest nigga in the Untouchables. I'm not saying that nigga for no reason. I swear to God. Because he the one nigga that said real man shit. A man is attacking you. A man is calling you out. The only thing you doing is attacking niggas who ain't saying shit about you. That's whole ass shit. That's part of the reason why Carmen, Almond Eyes, people who are here, when I was at Fight Club doing what he's like doing this time, I wasn't the sim guy. You don't see no sim guy on my name. I was trying to push Black superiority at this time, right? Black culture is the most dominant. Black women are the most dominant. Black women. This is a fact. Black women are the most educated amongst any class of women in America. The most degree holders in America. Black women own more homes than any other races or group in America. And some would say that's partly due to patriarchy, but it is what it is. And I read that report years ago on Forbes that outside of married couples, Black women was the next biggest purchasers of homes. So I was trying to change that. So Black men can be the biggest purchasers of home. Black men can own all the homes and all the parking lots and all the businesses, right? Essentially the same thing that Anton is doing, but on the flip side. These niggas started, every time I talk about Black male empowerment, you know what I was met with? Well, Darrel, what you gonna do about these bitches though? Nothing. We are meant to rule, not them. But y'all don't want to rule. Y'all want to complain. So here we are.
What's wrong with that picture? You know what I'm saying? I don't like how you were like automatically became a target. You know what I'm saying?
You know, Ali, I don't know how much time you got, but I would definitely let us speak to you about all of that situation, right? So when I first came into YouTube, my channel was about the stuff that I do in real life, which, you know, shout out to Anton Daniels. When I was on his show recently, he said, Darrel speaks to our Senator Gary Peters. He actually speaks to legislators for Black people. If you hear it, because I know all this stuff is not on Fight Club no more. But me and Anton had a conversation how I was talking to Representative Gary Peters in Michigan in real life. Right? Because again, where did I live at? I lived in East Lansing. What is the capital of Michigan? Lansing, Michigan. Where are all the lawmakers? Lansing, Michigan. Where's the governor? Governor Gretchen Whitmer. Lansing, Michigan. So it was easy for us students to have access to these people just by simply, and I did a video down there, right? After Michigan State had that shooting where I think 4 or 5 students got shot by a black man that when they went back and searched his internet data, he was undoubtedly watching Manosphere content. And I was on campus that evening when that shit happened. That shit was terrifying. After that, they locked Michigan State down. We went to the Capitol to protest. 2,000 students. And I'm going to repost that video. 2,000 of us went down there to protest. And you know what I met, Michi, when I was there? There was another school shooting in Michigan. I can't. The name of the school eludes me right now, but it was an all-white school. A young football player got killed. The girl who was at that high school ended up going to Michigan State for college. That school gets shot the fuck up. She had been to 2 school shootings in less than 2 years. I got a picture with her. I'm gonna find them and I'm gonna post it. But that's the kind of work that I was doing. What can we do? No, my degree is from Central Michigan University, Liberty Twitcher. What can we do to stop this shit? And Governor Gretchen Whitmer at that time, unbeknown to us, she was dealing with her own shit. She was dealing with a kidnapping bullshit that none of us knew about. So none of us had access to her, and we didn't know why she wouldn't make no public appearances. But we ended up finding why. The person that they sent out to talk to us was Senator Gary Peters. So again, that's what I was talking about on Fight Club with Anton. Man, let's keep going, bro. Shout out to Darrel, man. I'm a real nigga.
To Anton Daniels when I was on his show recently, he said Darrel speaks to our Senator Gary Peters. He actually speaks to legislators for Black people. So that's what
I do got the email exchange between me and Senator Gary Peters still. The only conversations I had for him was twofold. What are you doing to get my vote as a Black man? What are you doing to defend the Black community, even here in East Lansing? Let's just start here. Forget about Detroit. Detroit's different. Forget about Flint, Michigan, and Saginaw. I understand those are tougher situations to handle, especially at that time, the Flint water crisis was still going on. So I understand that. It costs money and legislation, right? But what can we do to help Detroiters now? What are you doing, Senator Gary Peters? And then I would come online and talk to niggas like Anton and challenge people like him and other conservatives. Eventually, I think I'm gonna have to challenge my brother Cellulite because nobody else seems to have the balls to. Eventually, I'm gonna have to pop out the closet and I'm gonna contact Cellulite first. That way he can know it's not like on some beef shit, because that's the last thing I want. Right? That's the last thing I want. I don't want no smoke with Raw B and motherfucking Cellulite. But I do want to invite them to a situation because I do feel like some of the views that they are imposing on the community are wrong. But that's a different conversation, different day.
do in real life. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
When it came to Eat Black, I would address that very, very, very shortly. I was on a show called Conversations with King, and I can post the link right now in the chat. If you go to Conversations with King, his first video is me apologizing to Eat Black because he was a married man, still is married, a married Christian, who was saying that Amber Rose looked better than his wife. If you go to
now, see, it's all coming back to me. That's how me and King. So me and King hated Anton. We was plotting on Anton. He made conversation with King. He asked me to be his second in command. I accepted. We watching the show one night. E Black like Anton said, E Black was the first motherfucker up there every night. Every night. E Black up there, Anton shitting on Amber Rose. This bitch trash. The slut walk shit at the time she was doing trash. She trash. Wiz Khalifa trash. Kanye West trash. E Black come up there. I actually think Amber Rose is the kind of woman that a high value man would want. First thing Anton say, E Black, aren't you a Christian? And one thing I hate is when niggas make stupid niggas look smart. In this situation, Anton looks smart. E Black, aren't you a Christian? Yeah. Do you believe in upholding the Christian ideals in your household? Absolutely. Do you believe in upholding the Christian ideals in your lifestyle? Absolutely. So why the fuck would you say Amber Rose look better than your wife and say that Amber Rose is a God-fearing woman when she's literally naked online telling other women to do something called slut walk? Explain. Well, Kevin Samuels literally E Black said, Kevin Samuels just did an interview with, what's the little bitch name? Brittany Renner. And in that video, Kevin Samuels said she was wifey material. And then who else did an interview with Brittany Renner shortly afterwards? Anton Daniels, where Anton Daniels will go on to Izzy Band's point. Izzy was making fun of this the other day. Every time Anton interviewed one of these whores online, he'd say that they good people. They wifey material. That's what these niggas think about them in real life. You think if Anton wasn't with Rita, if he didn't have that company and Rita's name wasn't on half of that shit, he wouldn't want to be with Brittany Renner if she approached this nigga? Y'all saw how he was in the interview with her. Come on, baby girl, anything you want. You want a flight, hotel? I'm saying I put you in the best room in Detroit. Make sure you get chauffeur from the airport all the way everywhere you want to go. Birkins, that's nothing for Anton. Aren't you married? That's nothing for Anton. Do what I want to do. Time dog, nigga. So at the end of the day, that's why if you go watch the Tasha K interview, she had to take the mic away from Anton and go talk to Rita directly. Are you okay with this? I just let Anton do Anton. But people saying that your husband fucking somebody else. You okay with that narrative? People gonna talk, girl, you look crazy. Give me something. Anton own the whole business, and that's where you got exposed. No, actually, I own half of the business. Here go Anton. I've been telling y'all niggas for years that Anton was using dual credit to get everything he owned. Y'all niggas sitting up here thinking that Anton was making money. No. When I can go right now, me and my wife got decent credit. We have a truck. We've been showing we can pay off bills. I can go right now to Ford, like we got our fucking truck at Ford, and say, you know what? I want an F-150 Raptor. As long as I got the down payment with the dual credit, we getting that shit. He been playing y'all niggas from the beginning, bro. But my bad. I sweared off to Anton and E Black. Let's keep going.
His channel now, he got a picture of Amber Rose wearing an Amber Rose t-shirt and everything. That was all because of me. So I said,
okay, so you were helping them out.
In a way, I guess, right? But what I was trying to say was, for you grown 40-plus-year-old men to be speaking to young men about marriage, why don't we ever see your wife? And I said, Anton and other men in this space, whether it's Anton or Trill from Cruise Season, they would never, as a Christian, promote Amber Rose, who promotes slut walking, who promotes everything.
And that's something that me and Ali was in agreement on together. I know that Ali would never promote Amber Rose. That's something that we was agreeing on. So, in the beginning, they took my side because they understood my arguments and they didn't have an implicit bias at the time. Before you go, I need you to roll up. Yo, big booty ass. Little wagon and shit. But that's actually the problem, bro. You know what I'm saying? Is now they have a bias and now they act like we are incapable of having conversations. No, we had conversations before, bro. We had plenty of conversations. So once Michi go back in there, my son started crying. We're dealing with two different babies. Both of them want my wife attention at the same time. Told Agon, man, you 1 year old, nigga, the newborn. It's time to shine, baby. But back to this shit, bro. At the end of the day, my point was this, right? Oh, shit. My point was this. In order for us to properly, in my opinion, display what marriages should look like, we need to show our relationships off, right? My wife has been reluctant to do it, but I'm going to not force her, but I have convinced her to do shows where we talk about marital topics, right? Why did you get married? What are you doing to sustain this marriage, right? And I'm going to do it like how We Need to Talk used to do it. Just sit down in front of a camera, white background, one chair, good microphone, asking questions, allowing women to speak. I'm literally going to steal that entire setup. I'm telling y'all right now. Shout out to We Need to Talk, though. He's an innovator. Good artists create, great artists steal.
Against marriage and Christianity, right? And on top of that, and shout out to Auntie J, that's my homie. If Amber Rose looked like Auntie J, niggas wouldn't even be promoting her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that was my thing with him. When me and him did a show together, me, him, King Hormiku, and Chef Shapino. If I'm lying, I'm dying. And me and Chef even cool now, right? It was one day.
And this is actually true. The first episode, I apologized to E Black because I went to his inbox. I called him a beta ass nigga because he was on there saying Amber Rose was a good looking woman. Later, little do I know, I would later on become the simp guy. And I would say Amber Rose is a good woman for somebody. But then she started fucking with Trump, right? She started doing goofy shit, right? And, people can talk about Portugal as much as y'all want, right? You can talk about that man as much as y'all want. Even that nigga recognized that Donald Trump is a fool. I see Americans arguing. Like one day, I saw Fatty and Anton arguing. And Anton tried to tell this nigga Fatty, you can't say nothing about my president, bro. You can't say nothing about Trump. And the nigga always surprised me with how wise he can be, Team Fatty. He said, oh, but Anton, when I was talking shit about Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, you had no problem. Nobody says, don't talk about United States president when I shit on Sleepy Joe. I shit on Sleepy Joe. Leia, not in here. Walk around. You see me here working, Leia. You want to get daddy a kiss? Come here, give me a kiss. You want a Happy Meal? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, let's go. Go in there, mom. Go ahead, just close the door. You can go that way. You can go that way. But close the door, okay? Love you. You look cute, bro. I told her she don't care. But anyway, dog. The whole point of doing family content is, in my opinion, if we was able to show people, right? And let me take this down. I don't want nobody to be on some bullshit. If we was able to show people what real marriage look like, ups and downs. Like I just got married. I've been married for almost 2 years now, basically, right? At the end of the day, my marriage, like anybody else's marriage, needs work. Work has to be done. You have to be thoughtful. You have to be courteous. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to take sacrifice. Right now, I sacrifice a lot of sleep. That's just what it is. My wife gave me 2 sons. She's not working right now. I work a lot. I don't focus on YouTube a lot. I don't do 12-hour show. I haven't did a 12-hour show. I don't even know if I can anymore because I've gotten out of the habit of it. Right. So that was my whole point. It was never to attack Anton or to attack E Black. It was to simply say we need to be highlighting the best of our relationships. And the best of it will be showing our relationships, taking our wives out. And if you want them to teach other young women, then allow them. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have my wife and other wives, and maybe y'all steal the show. I hope y'all do steal the show and make something out of it, because I would like to see this type of programming pushed into our airwaves, where we have wives telling why they wanted to be wives, what they do for their husbands, what value they bring to the table. Look, man, like I said, I'll be in Vegas by September 3rd. That's the official move-in date. So I'm in the motion of getting shit like going. You know what I'm saying? In between packing shit up here and all this other shit we got going on, contracts out there and shit. It's a lot, bro. But after I get settled in out there, I'm going to set the studio up specifically for this program. It's going to be fucking nutty, bro. But anyway, man, I'm going to call it ladies first. It's like, no, I'm playing. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that.
Where we had an Asian woman on, and E Black said that she tasted like soy sauce, which is obviously fucking racist. I asked him to apology. I still got a text message in my iMac right here. No cap. He sent me a video back that said, my apology. I clicked on it, and it's my fucking family. My daughter, who at the time wasn't even 2 years old, right? So once he started, even now, you can go on his channel, videos with my daughter in there and all. So I said, you know what, fuck it. Let me go ahead and go at you. But that's not even why I came to talk to you. Fuck E Black. That nigga's inconsequential.
Right, but this is what I'm saying. In learning from each other, there's issues I'm going with ain't even an issue. There's certain encounters that I had with other people that's in this circle, right? When do we be able to? And everybody everybody, even names you bringing up are saying that people should be the bigger man and let things go and the hash things. Everybody's not doing that. So, and people are being.
But that's my thing with you, Ali. Have I not been the bigger man this year? Have I not publicly said that, you know, even now, I'm not going at you, bro, especially like how I used to. Come on now, dog. If anything, I want the conflicts to end. Right? I'm trying my best with diplomacy. Me and Fatty, we seem to be on the same page. When I didn't know I ain't had a background music on. I'm fucking up. I'm fucking up big time. When me and Fatty had that situation with Jeff James, for example, Fatty, whether he want to acknowledge it or not, he was instrumental in Jeff James' family and friends not being doxxed. Like literally, he was instrumental. The nigga was looking like Charles Xavier over there, solving problems and shit, coming together and shit. Oh, you talk about demon wife? You bringing up that Lucki shit? Even Tony Golden called that nigga out. And he listened. He listened, bro. He called me. My bad, bro. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to attack your wife. And that video with Lucki, it was a mistake. It was, you know, I didn't know everything. And you know, I love Team Fatty, but you know, he's a pretty messy guy, and they say you are too. I don't know you, but you know, I don't want to judge you or your wife. Hey, bro, can you just issue an apology to me and my wife publicly? Yeah, I can do that. I can do that immediately. Will you and Fatty stop doing shows about me? He asked me that. I can't vouch for that nigga Fatty, but I'm gonna stop doing shows about you and your people. Even though Dave Anderson is on my list. He has only not been attacked due to Jeff James keeping his word to me and my wife. And I told Jeff James that I also recorded that conversation, if need, that I may ever need to post it. But due to he bent the knee, and he has served as warden of the North for a long time, faithfully. So he can have his lands and titles.
And selective about who they doing it. So with you, they might go at your neck, but with the next person, they might go, you know what? Let's squash that. Let's forget that. Let's be cool. So the main, but with the next person, and people are being selective about who they doing it. So with you, they might go at your neck, but with the next person, they might go, you know what? Let's squash that. Let's forget that. Let's be cool. So
they being selective. With one person, they might say, let's be cool, let's squash it. With Darrel, they saying let's go at Darrel. So you knew that back in 2022. You knew that people were showing implicit biases against me the same way they showed eventually implicit biases against y'all. And let's be honest, you didn't say anything about children. Your mans did, and you caught strays for it. When Fatty said to Trey, how didn't you know about what Darrel said about me? Darrel called me and Ali predators. Fatty wasn't lying. He didn't lie in a fucking word. That's one thing I can appreciate about that man, is when we go to war, he do war the right way, with honor, strategically, tactical. Unlike some of you niggas, traitor truth teller, cowards, worse than women. Lucki had more heart than you. Lucki had more heart than you. She still got more heart than you. This whole thing about her bound out of YouTube, that's a lie. She just doing, you know, she's Orman fucking Hightower right now at Tumbleton. She's trying to muster her fucking forces and for the next battle. She's fooling no one. And unlike Rhaenyra, I would burn all y'all motherfuckers along with her. If you know, you know.
Main thing I'm trying to address on here, you know, I don't want to talk about nobody. I know you passed that too, and it can seem like that, but I know that's not what your intent was. If anybody was watching, I don't know who watching, but we just getting a little essentially what little things that was going on in your life. But my main thing, man, is to have a channel that's allowing people to come here and have like a tribal connection to where we trying to do good and improve society and go to the next steps.
That's what I thought that you was doing too. At this time, Ali, I remember you and what's that dude that they used to say looked like Jesus on your camp? I think his name was Lou. I can't remember, but I do remember they saying that nigga looked like Jesus Christ. But y'all used to come to my videos where I would do the live streams where I was studying for my real estate license in Michigan. And up there, I would be breaking down all the different laws attached to real estate, because that's what Ali does. Ali is a real estate agent, right? He invests in properties, et cetera, et cetera. So because I was getting to that lane, and the only thing I know about real estate, even to this day, really is a little bit that I studied. And when I, after my father passed, I gained his assets and I sold his home. So I got a chance to look through all that paperwork and understand the process. I met with a realtor at Cooper Hawks down in Chicago. It was real nice. And she was able to tell me a whole bunch of the process, et cetera, et cetera. But I thought that you was on that too, Ali. And I thought that when I came to Trey Channel, I wasn't coming over there to start no beef with nobody. I was coming over there to simp for the women. That's all. To simp for the women. And you stop that because of everything you're talking about now. You don't want a tribal channel where everybody can come and just have a conversation. Y'all are being selective, like you said many years ago, many moons ago, my old friend. You're being selective. When Fatty comes to my chat, I don't have nobody time him out. When Tommy Sotomayor come to my chat, I know y'all got a little beef right now. Ain't got nothing to do with me. You see, I stayed out of that. Y'all know me. The old me, I would have used that against both of y'all. Look at these two manosphere fucks. Fatty over here fighting with Ali. Tommy Sotomayor leaving comments and people like Rogue C chat because she chose to go to Fatty's show over Tommy's show. I would have been weaponized that. In order for me to tell people to do better, I must first do better. I'm trying to be an example. Will you be an example, my brother Ali? That's why I'm doing this live stream. It's not smoke. I'm asking, will you be the example you set out to be? Or do we need to entertain the people and pick up our swords again and be warring tribes again? I don't think that's necessary. And I don't think that you think it's necessary neither. You know how I know it's not necessary? Because your boss, Fatty, he had many opportunities to go at me. The Jazz Noel situation, he passed up on. He even told Jazz publicly and Lucki publicly, don't give Darrel no oxygen. That motherfucker is a demon. He lives off drama. If you give him drama, you will lose. Now look at Jazz over there getting 200 views per live, just like me. But she was just on the biggest male-centered show for 3 years straight. But she didn't listen to my advice. She took others' advice. I'm going to go to expose Anton route, not use Anton continuously for his resources. No. I'm going to expose Anton, but not expose him and say that he tried to fly me out with no text messages of proof.
I'm saying? I don't want to be coming on here bad mouthing nobody, disrespecting nobody, and I want to be able to build with people. And if there's things people are doing in their life and they trying to correct, they can come over here to this page. I won't allow nobody to disrespect nobody. I won't allow nobody to, defame anybody. This is a place where I want to be able to share.
You won't allow anybody to defame anybody? That's exactly what you have been doing, my brother. You have been defaming me. Why didn't you tell Trey about this conversation? Why didn't you make it aware to Trey that at one point in time, you could call me and I would just pick up the phone, we can talk? The same way you could with Trey, the same way you could with Nino Nation, the same way you could with Fatty, the same way you could with Jay Prince and other people. It wasn't until a few different things happened. The situation with Truth, to this day, I don't know why y'all called me about that shit. It was none of y'all business. Truth was lying to y'all. And he ended up betraying y'all anyway, as I told y'all he would. You didn't listen to me then, because I don't even know why you didn't listen to me then. I didn't have any bad intentions when I was telling you this pussy truth don't have no heart. He's going to betray you. He's using you because at that time, y'all was garnering power under the flag Black House. And he had no power. So instead of him fighting me, I had to fight y'all. But you don't tell it that way, bro. Darrel was fucking a nigga wife and he was doing something bad. Any other time, you would put that on the woman. Literally. Any other show, you would put that on the woman. That situation, you put that on me. It's crazy. And I hadn't even fucked the bitch at the time, gang. Y'all don't even know y'all calling me is what made me put that in motion. If I'm being charged with a crime in my mind, I might as well do the crime, G.
And enrich each other's lives in real time. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's why I mess with you, because like I said, I was watching those shows with people who never met me. Right? Because that's one thing that they said about me, and you know, to respect your channel, I'm not gonna say shorty name. But at first the narrative was, you know, Darrel Long is stalking, never met this girl, never saw this girl day in his life, only for her to come back on Bro's show. And I downloaded it and said, when he asked her, tell me about the marriage license. Tell me, and he asked her, did Darrel Long have reason to believe he was in a relationship? Yes or no? Yes. Well, why don't everybody else know that? Why everybody, how am I stalking you if I have reason to believe I'm in a relationship? Right? So like I was trying to tell him, when that stuff happened between me and Bro, that only happened to cause division. And it did.
So this is what I'm asking you. Once you saw how the man was moving.
So y'all heard me recanting the video I showed y'all a million times, which is the Beans video where I weaponized Beans' attitude and his way of organizing panels. I weaponized that against Lucki, and I weaponized Sharon. Sharon was my little puppet at that time. He was gonna do anything I fucking said to get on the show and to get some clout. And I told the story a million times. I tell it the same way. Y'all heard me say it in 2022. I said it fucking now. I called Sharon. Sharon, that was my first time meeting Anya Bracey. I said, Sharon, only thing I want you to do is act like you don't know me at all. Act like we don't have no motherfucking contact at all. I want you to be very fucking discreet when you're doing this. But out of nowhere, and I mean out of nowhere, I want you to ask her about the marriage application, AKA the marriage license. And Sharon did. Lucki refused to answer. Beans popped back on the show. No, man, fuck that shit. That bitch gotta answer. So that nigga had a reason to believe y'all was in a relationship, Lucki? Yes. And you filled out a marriage application trying to marry this nigga and you never met this nigga, Lucki? Yes. So what the fuck? How the fuck we making fun of this nigga? That's literally what Beans said. I got that's on my Patreon. I downloaded every single video when they spoke against their own fucking lies. I got the video when Lucki went at Fatty because she sent it to me when she was making thumbnails for me when I was with MJ. Nigga, cross my heart, hope to die, nigga. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Hand to the Bible, nigga. That's how I got the clip with her and Fancy Island Girl, and eventually Jay Prince came up on the show. I got all that shit, bro. She gave me that shit. She was against Fatty. And if my mind, I can't remember everything that happened, but I know Fatty was mad about her having world class there. I can't remember what she was mad about that he had done. It was somebody that he had brought around. I think it might have been me, but it was something. I know for a fact he was mad about world class. I can't remember everything else that happened in that little situation. Let's keep going.
Moving and how ultimately she may be moving. What made you just let it go? What made you not just let it go? Just be like, you know what? I'm done with this, and I'm done with this. What made you just not just let it go? What made you not just let it go? Because I'm going through certain things in my life too. I ain't gonna lie to you, and I'm asking you from a place of brotherhood. I'm not asking from a place to be condescending or look down on you. Because essentially, what this world has going to have to be is brothers and sisters helping each other out, regardless of what you did. You know what? Just like with Jay Prince, people are clowning Jay Prince for supporting a brother while he's doing something wrong, which ultimately may be other things going there, but we don't get to get to the root issues of what's going on with people. So if you really love somebody, you really respect.
In that situation, Ali was talking about Jay Prince showing up for Darren Brooks' case. For y'all who don't know, Darren Brooks was a case in Milwaukee, out in Wisconsin, where he was on trial for murder, right? And Jay Prince didn't believe that a black man would do such a thing. So Jay Prince would just pop up at these trials randomly, Michi, right? And sit in the fucking background. Out of nowhere, one of these big white YouTube channels did a reaction and said, who is this black guy sitting in the back of Darrel Brooks' case? That was a big national case. It was everywhere. So on CNN, they show the courtroom, and who you see in the background? Jay fucking Prince. The news station did an interview with Jay Prince. Sir, we've seen you here at every trial. What are you doing here? I'm just here to say the black man can do nothing wrong. There's no way that a black man harmed any white woman. Well, sir, the evidence is overwhelming. He's a black man. That's what Jay Prince said. Man, hold on, man. Let me press play so I can find that shit. Just play 15 seconds of that shit for my wife, just to amuse y'all for a second.
People, what makes you jump ship and automatically want to go at the person versus really getting to the root of what's going on? Because essentially, if they really, to me, if the circle really cared about both of y'all, they would have brought both of y'all on a panel together and talk about it. You understand what I'm saying? That's the truth.
I agree with you. Now you see what Ali just said? If they cared about us, they would bring both of us on a panel to talk about shit, to resolve issues. Ali, you didn't do that with me and Trey Truth Teller. You didn't do that with me and Trey Truth Teller. You didn't bring both of us on the panel to resolve our issues. Let me show this real quick. Lord AC 3 years ago, around the same time.
On October 20th, a man started showing up to the Darrel Brooks trial. He didn't know Brooks or even that much about the case, but he claimed that Brooks was being treated unfairly and he just wanted to back him up. So he sat behind him in direct line of the cameras.
Can I get your name?
So he sat behind
Jay Prince for president. This nigga Jay Prince is the nigga president. This is a nigga that don't have the money for his food card. This is a nigga Michi that's into all this shit, and he had time. He made time to show up for a black man going to court. Are y'all doing that? I get Jay Prince was wrong, but are y'all doing that?
didn't know Brooks or even that much about the case, but he claimed that Brooks was being treated unfairly and he just wanted to back him up. So he sat behind him in direct line of the camera.
Can I get your name for everybody?
Jay Prince for president. And I got my own channel, Jay Prince for president.
That wasn't the question, but thanks for the commentary.
So who is Jay really and why was he there? Why did he decide to support Brooks? Just why?
Why?
I narrowed it down to 3 possible reasons. 1, he really felt like Brooks was getting an unfair trial.
Man, go to the
He
fucking
didn't like
interview with the president.
Chapter, the prominent Insta
We questions down, discussed on the Groomsman show before. I didn't write those questions down. I'm sorry, so sorry about that.
He just couldn't remember what the
Good.
I know
talk
about black women
and race. I think that's his favorite topic.
One thing I know about black women, they purposely choose certain type of guys. They don't like the nerds. They don't like the guys that gentle and soft and respectful. They call them type of guys lame.
Cool, but what does it have to?
It has nothing to do with the Darren Brooks trial, as the white man was saying. Unfortunately, Jay Prince gave that nigga a home run that day. I don't understand why these black women like nerds and they don't like real niggas. You know what I'm saying? Sir, That has nothing at all to do with the trial. But the one thing I can appreciate about Jay Prince is he is Jay Prince. Oh my God. Let's keep going.
Not take a side and go Darrel Long is this or Lucki is this or that, because I mean, I don't have nothing bad against Lucki. I don't have bad against I never had no bad experiences from both of y'all. So if you had asked me to do something, I would still respect you. If she asked me to do something, I still respect her. But if I really cared about both of y'all, I would have essentially hoped y'all, I don't know if y'all did talk about it, but I wouldn't have let it get that far to where I picked a side and fueled something against both of y'all. That's the problem that I have in these.
And that's the problem I have with you, my brother. You didn't have to get in this shit between me and Trey. I was just hopping on bro panel just to come up there and simp for the hoes. But at the end of the day, what you chose to do is make it seem like I had some kind of beef with bro. That's when, if Trey, if you watching this, I even let you come up right now. We can hash out shit. We don't got to do no ham shit. That nigga sent you in for no reason, bro. I had no problem with gang. The link is dropped. But any man who dares to show his face. This stream is about diplomacy today. Do not make it about smoke. If you choose to come, whoever choose to come.
Circles to where
The
some
thing
of your
is,
friends
bro,
and then you're not friends the next day.
the thing is like this. Me and Lucki are both moderators in Cruise Season and other places that we have no issues. You know, want to know why? 2 reasons. I don't disrespect her, but even more, those other channels, right? Those other channels don't bring up the goofy shit that you will never hear Trill talking about me and Lucki relationship. And he been around since
Which
the
they
beginning of
should,
that.
which nobody should. Nobody should have mentioned you or her ever.
And
I agree with you, Ali. I wish that you was this version of the Ali that I met. Nobody should bring up Darrel. Nobody should bring up Lucki. I've been asking for that for like 8 months now. Well, longer than that, since I moved here. I've been asking, hey bro, just leave me alone. Y'all got it, bro. Look, if somebody asked me who won the Team Fatty, Untouchable, Lucki, Lotion Gate saga, y'all niggas got it, bro. Y'all got it. Y'all niggas got it, bro. I saw Fatty talking to E Black. No, Darrel Long has won. He got new wife, new truck, new baby, new home, new money, new channels. Darrel Long winning. Gently is not fat. She got fat ass, but not fat. It all depends on who's telling the story, right? But y'all niggas got it as far as I'm concerned, bro. That's how I feel about it. This version of Ali would have said, we not talking about that shit from the past. We moving forward. We gonna let niggas just rock out the same way DJ Wish Doctor do. I don't come to Wish Doctor show, go into the chat saying, hey, cuz, remember when you was with the Untouchables, nigga? Y'all niggas was on that whole shit, cuz? Hey, cuz, remember that motherfucking Lotion Gate shit, cuz? Remember that MJ video, cuz? I don't do that, bro. You wanna know why? Wish Doctor have changed. Why shouldn't I? He's grown to be a better man. Why shouldn't I? And occasionally I do act a fool in the nigga chat. I just fall back because I'm like, you know what? That nigga don't disrespect me. He don't disrespect my family. He don't disrespect my name, my channel, nothing. Let me fall back. Because one day I was in that nigga chat going stupid on Sharon. I had to fall back.
that's what happened though, Alisa. I would let it go, right? On my last channel before it was taken down, I had 1.6 million views. I ain't do no diss videos about nobody.
That's a fact. I think my channel might be at I don't know. Let me go check. Let me go check and see where it's at overall. Maybe 500,000 views now. My channel has 334,000 views right now. But at that point, I already had 1.6 million in. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I say I was really putting a lot into this shit, I really was, and I don't have the same desire to do it in the same way I was doing it before. I just don't. What's up, Lord ADS? What's going on, my brother? How you doing, sir?
Right, that's a fact.
For Lord ADS, if you're just joining in, this is a video, the first live stream my good brother Ilkan Ali ever did, and I'm just wondering, when would I get this version of Ali back? You know what I'm saying? The version that would just be able to have a conversation man to man, right? I've already put out there the stuff that happened between me and the Untouchables. Some of the stuff I do, you know what I'm saying? I do recognize that it was bad. I can't say I regret anything, but I do recognize that I said some fucked up stuff about his people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm apologetic about those things. But at the same time, throwing me against Trader Truth Teller, now that Fatty has exposed that was his doing, I do feel some type of way about that. And I would like to have a conversation with Ali, because I had made it perfectly clear to Tony Golden to run back to his masters and tell them I have no problem with the Untouchables. I like the work that they doing. Bringing on Myron, exposing that pussy. Bringing on Andrew, what's the whole ass? Andrew Wilson with the fat wife, exposing that pussy. Exposing them niggas. Fatty even brought up the Wes Watson situation. I mean, I couldn't have been more proud. I still don't like how y'all treat some of the ladies over there. The girl with the little braids, I can't remember her name. I don't like how y'all handled that situation. I think y'all kicked her off the show or something. I may be incorrect, gang. All I'm saying is, Lord ADS, I want to show Trader Truth Teller and other individuals, right? Other interested parties, that me and Ali don't really got no smoke. He went against his own advice. He chose a side. Bro. Anyway, man, let's go.
Right.
And I can post my stats now.
Right.
But I told Lucki last time me and her talked behind closed doors, I said, shorty, man, I know everything about you. Where your tattoos at, which part of your bone hurt, everything there is to know. Right? But why you keep allowing people, whether it's world class, whether it's podcast, to come up and talk shit? That's what happened on Fight Club that night. I didn't know that he was there to come up. I didn't know he had already talked to Brittany, but when they did that, I literally said, Aaron, please do not allow this to continue. This is going to get bad. This channel, not the channel, but this stream will be demonetized. Right? That's why I literally kept saying over and over, but they allowed it to happen. You a stalking ass nigga. So now I got to prove the truth. Only for him to come back to her channel, to his channel with her there, and her to admit everything that I had said. And that's the problem that I have. Once you know the truth, act on that shit the same way you did on those presumptions and those narratives. Because for me, Ali, the reason why I responded so, out of kind is because I have my daughter here, bro. Those people called the CPS on me, bro. I can turn my camera on right now and show you that. I had to deal with CPS from June to basically to August. You know what I'm saying? Where Lucki was saying, oh, this nigga Darrel tried to kill his daughter. They had wrote a statement saying my daughter was kept in a cage. Right? So I was fighting real stuff offline. When I came to podcast, I believe you was there. I said, bro, we don't have no, I just had a wrench in your channel yesterday, only for somebody in the background, because he loves him also, and we shouldn't be having background conversations, but you had a background conversation and impacted something in real life, online. And then you were even wrong about that. You was wrong about that. You was wrong about me stalking her. The only reason why you don't want to basically hold her accountable the same way you held Auntie J or somebody else or Lexi accountable is because she's attractive and you want her to come on your program because sex sells. It's just that simple. The reason why Anton dragged bro 2 nights ago and Fatty kept bringing it up, right? But he didn't want to address Anton because that's where all your fucking fan base come from. And so that's why I don't like, and I saw you saying that. Why are we holding one person accountable but not holding the other people accountable?
I really, that's what everybody keeps switching sides and picking sides. There's no, at the end of the day, to just some of the. There's no way where two people came into counter with each other and people didn't see both sides and dissect both sides and automatically pick to a side, especially when you just became an easy target. Now, I won't deny, like every time something was happening, they kept saying it. Someone kept bringing your name up. Everywhere I was going, your name was brought up in it. Something was happening. So,
run that back.
I won't deny, like every time something was happening, they kept saying it. Someone kept bringing your name up. Everywhere I was going, your name was brought up in it. Something was happening. So it looked.
Isn't that a common theme? Drip comes on the YouTube. Everywhere I go, Demon, somebody say your name. Jazz Noel comes on the YouTube. Everywhere I go, Demon, somebody somewhere, everywhere. Everybody knows your name. Dun, 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 dun. And they're always glad you came. I keep telling y'all, I told y'all niggas, I am the king. I'm allowing Anton to run his program. I'm allowing Fatty to run his program. I'm allowing Jeff James to run his program. By my mercy and my grace, all of y'all have been left alone. As Ali just said, bro. But you know what happens? I'll be over here sitting with my baby, minding my fucking business, sword in the fucking dirt, plunged. And like Ali just said, like Jazz Noah said, y'all be talking about me. Everywhere this nigga went, this was his first live stream. Before he was even a content creator, they was already trying to position him against me. Y'all don't understand when I say how big I made my name in this space. My name is so big that it cannot be erased now. You can't talk about the histories if you can't without bringing me up. And on top of that, I'm your main villain. I'm Dr. Doom, nigga. I'm Thrag, nigga. You have never faced an enemy as such. Thor voice, nigga. Everywhere, this has been happening to me for years. New content creator pop up, they get 1,000 fucking emails about me. And the one thing I always had a problem with in this situation with Ali, in the situation with Drip, in the situation with Jazz, expose them. Give me these emails and let me deal with these people, and one by one I will. Drip protected them, shielded them. Ali protected them, shielded them from me. And protected Truth, shielded him, and he stabbed the nigga in the belly too. No honor. I don't even have no problem with Truth no more, or his wife Tequila. Have no problem with them people. Let it be known.
Like you was being messy. It looked like you was doing something. I never seen you do any of that, or any of those things. But I don't like how when you go to other people's channel, though, people are picking who's messy, and people are picking who's holding somebody accountable.
What?
You know, though people are those things.
Excuse me?
But I don't like how when you go to other people's channel, though, people are picking who's messy, and people are picking who's holding somebody accountable.
Isn't that exactly what you did with Trader Truth Teller? Isn't that the pot calling the kettle black?
It just goes to show that.
Oh, let me turn it up so they can hear you. Go ahead.
I'm just saying this just goes to show that males absolutely change over time. So when y'all asking women to vet better, I can vet someone's changing and how often they're going to change and what they're going to change into.
This is just 2022.
Like, yeah.
He says, I don't like when people go to someone's channel and choose who get held accountable and who gets messy. I was on Trader Truth Teller channel, not being messy at all. The nigga got a phone call, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Going against his own fucking word.
Yeah, no. That's why I tell you, ladies, stop shape-shifting for these men because they shifting all the time, especially as they get older. And it's a natural thing. It happens to everyone. men or women, people change. No one person stays the same. Some people change for the worse. Some people change for the better. But the point is, we cannot vet how often and when and what someone was changing to.
It's not that y'all, let me come over here. It's not that y'all cannot vet. It's the fact that men are so chameleon-like.
Yeah.
That y'all don't have a structure to vet because they're always changing. They're ever changing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They're not consistent with one thing across the board.
That's the point here. That's why I wanted to show people like Trey the Truth Teller. That you was taking the orders of a man that don't even follow his own word. And what kind of honor is that?
We have no honor. It's a gospel and commander. When I don't, he has no honor. No.
You shouldn't. Let's go back to the video. Good people.
You know, that's my problem. But it looked like you was doing something. I never seen you do any of that, any of those things. But I don't like how when you go to other people's channel, though, people are picking who's messy and people are picking who's holding somebody accountable. You know, that's my problem. So I'm going to do more so things on my, you know, on this platform where we ain't talking about nobody. We ain't disrespecting nobody. Everybody comes here unless we do something where you bridging the gap. If two people want to dissect something and process something and they need a neutral space where nobody's picking a side and people trying to work out something, that'd be a whole different thing. But I
offer you that now. Those morals that you pretended to stand on, I offer you that now. Whatever problem you had with me that you wanted Trey the Truth Teller, Mr. Curry, to iron out, which you clearly knew he was not prepared for. I offer you opportunity to come iron it out now. You tagged in the description. Most of y'all are watching, but not leaving comments. As always, I offer you the opportunity to speak man to man in the same way that Cellulite and Izzy Bands did recently when they had a situation that they had to iron out. But of course, I'll have a better chance of seducing a pig before Ali joins up here and speak man to man, because he's more concerned about his new image versus the truth. It means more to him to uphold a lie than for the truth to be told. And for me, that's a problem.
I did appreciate just watching the way things are handled, where one person say respect this person, but then on the same breath go disrespect this other person. You know, I don't know the full story, so I can't pick sides. But I do know that I would respect both of you enough to not pick a side and to hope everything gets.
When did that change? You respected me and Lucki both enough to not pick a side. When did that change? Is it when I was attacking women and children? Lucki attacked women and children all the time. Go ask Tyranny. Go watch the Tyranny video with the fucking about food stamps. Go watch it. And if that's not enough, then you can go talk to Rosanna Kuzman, who was my CPS overseer due to Lucki Maree calling CPS. I have her number. We can just call her. We can talk to her together. If you dare. You know, yes, Fear. I am turning a new leaf, or I'm trying to. Right? I believe, you know, like, I'll be 36 next month. And the older I get, the more I realize how precious life really is. I don't want to feel with Ali. I want Ali to repent for his crimes. I want Ali, if not that, to at least stick to the morals to which the last time me and him had real genuine conversations, which was this time. I want him to be the man that he said he was going to be. That's all I desire. If not, I don't know where we're going to go from here. I fear it can only get worse.
You know, resolved in y'all, and regardless of what's going on with y'all, I really hope whatever's going on is resolved. But you're free to come to my space. I don't have nothing against you.
Excuse me?
What's going on is resolved. But you're free to come to my space. I don't have nothing against you.
I'm free to come to your space? Is that right? How the tides turn. How the tides turn, and then the victimhood come out. Well, Darrel did this, and Darrel did that. Nobody, you know, I got to give Mont credit because this was truly something that I'm going to steal from him. Mont said they always bring up the retaliation. They never bring up the provocation. That's real shit. That's real shit. With me, it's a continuous cycle of them bringing up how I retaliate and never talk about their provocation, because their provocation exposes them. It exposes them, and it shows what's really in their heart. Hatred. The ability to go dark just like me. Only problem is that they want me to be held accountable for it. That's just the facts. And I was waiting, right? After y'all, you know, did what y'all did with the MJ shit and the lotion gate shit. I said, how long until these turncloaks stab each other in the back? And it wasn't long.
As long as, you know, nobody's throwing shots at nobody, you know, because I don't know what, I would already catch things on the back end. Like when Podcast said you got his YouTube demonetized, and then he said you had made a video about him and stuff. That's the stuff I got, you know, I caught up. But I did acknowledge the fact that it didn't seem like he went off what was said to you through a Instagram, which I do acknowledge as well too. That was weird too. I'm not gonna deny that, you know, where it looked like you following. It did look like that because you're saying that's my whatchamacallit, that's my BITCH or whatever.
Yeah, I was calling podcasts out because I feel like he was inconsistent. He was trying to say I was stalking women online when he has paperwork that describes him being abusive, following women to a location and then beating the shit out of them and getting charged with domestic charges, that was my only point. How can a man who had 4 domestic abuse charges against women, how can a man that has a child at 24 years old with a 17-year-old child, how can that man sit here and try to judge me? No, absolutely fucking not. That was that point then. That was that point now. Abso-fucking-lutely not. Right? I remember Trey was over there saying, I ain't listen to a nigga who a deadbeat dad. He ain't got no proof of that. Because there is no proof of me being a deadbeat dad, you dumb bitch. I ain't never been on child support a day in my life. If I have, E Black would have been dug that shit up and posted it. The thing about it is this. There is receipts on Beans. There is documentation of his court records. And him beating them bitches down. To a pope. Big ass, burly ass, gangster ass nigga. Don't got no charges beating on no men. Oh, that's because men don't file. Or maybe because he's not known for knocking niggas out and doing nothing. That's why he's not in the ranks. If you know, you know. Anyway, we can keep going.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even know how everybody got in your business.
That
like
was
that.
the marriage license. That was the marriage application that Lucki and I had created. And I only sent that to him again. Had he never spoke on that, I would never send that to him.
But how did everybody get in y'all business like that? What made you send him that?
So that's what I'm about to tell you. So Me and him had no issues at all, right? He was the one that was sent a message by her, right? As a matter of fact, let me go back a little bit before that. Before that, I would come to his channel when me and her was still not talking, and then people would tell him about it. Oh, you know, yada yada yada. And then me and him got cool, right? You go on her channel.
Yeah, I thought y'all I thought you had a wrench. Y'all was cool. I don't know where. I don't even know what happened.
It always worked like that, right? Niggas be like, that nigga Darrel cool, he intellectual, he has something to bring to the table. And then the people who don't like me start emailing niggas. Hey, Drip, you got that nigga Darrel looking cool and charismatic on the show? He really a hoe-ass nigga. I'm not coming back to the show. That's why I told Drip, as much as Drip tried to be fair, people don't allow you to be fair, right? And I really felt conflicted when people start leaving this nigga channel. Fantasy Island left, MJ left, Jalen left. Basically like the whole Sharon, dick suckers. And all my old hoes, they all was gone. Outside of Genesis. Genesis stayed. She was like, I ain't going no fucking where. Fuck it. Fuck that nigga. Which I gotta admire the fight in her. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit of spirit there. You know, for an old woman. Fuck out of here.
And you was like, you was coming to his
I'm about to tell you the God honest truth. After me and her got back cool, he had cussed her out one day. I defended her to a certain degree. Okay. She hit me up that day. Thank you for defending me. You was the last person I thought that was gonna defend me. I said, look, I call her by her real name. So I never call her Luckiest. So okay. I said, you know, E, me and you cool, E. You know this. You absolutely know this. I have no problem with you. After that, me and her started doing shows, podcasts pop up. I got Lucki and Darrel back cool, whatever. But I told him
that show is on my Patreon. That show that I'm describing is on my Patreon. Shout out to Wall Street Willie, man. That Wall Street Willie, I'm gonna get bro a wrench over here. And shit, I gotta moderate Queen Sheba show. God damn it. Hold on. I heard Samsung just dropped some new phones today. They emailed me about them.
The one that did it.
Hold on. Thank you guys for being here, supporting the palace. We have 1.7 watching.
Did what?
Let's
no, because they're not telling us.
Let's get the likes up for the palace.
It's the full story.
Okay, Queen Sheba over there talking about the situation with Nolan Wells, which I steered away from. I can't take no more black children dying right now. That's something that I'm not, as a father, I can't deal with that shit mentally. I got enough shit dealing with my own fucking life. I can't deal with dead children and people making fun of it and people making jokes about it for political shit. I can't deal with that shit. That shit have had me crashing the fuck out. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That's why I've been steering away from those conversations by what's up, Wall Street Willie? I gave you a wrench, dog. But yeah, man, I've been steering away from those conversations because I find them to be extremely inappropriate, bro. I find them to be very inappropriate. Somebody donated to Queen Sheba. Hold on. Thank you for your donation, Daphne. All right. You know, me and Queen Sheba locked in. But anyway, let's get back to this Ali shit. Now I gotta get the fuck out of here.
I said, bro, what happened, now to get to your question, Ali, is after she was hitting me up, sending me messages, you know, stuff about, you know, I wish we would have worked out. I'm getting sad emojis and stuff like that, right? I can't do this with you. Lucki, I can't. Me and you we've been through this already. We've been through this in love, relationship, planning our life. It didn't work out. Let's just be cool.
Well,
the very next day.
Why is she telling everybody y'all never met?
We never met.
But how y'all in a relationship?
So let me explain that to you.
And how long were y'all in a relationship?
Let me explain it to you.
That's why I be sounding like. Go ahead. I'll just let you go ahead.
I met Lucki because she used to be Anton Daniels' apprentice.
Okay.
Right. So when she discovered, in her opinion, that he wasn't who he said he was at the time, right? Mm-hmm. Me and him, we had our own tension, right? And she, along with Courtney Michelle, would give me information to use against them, right? This is a video, and I got proof of this by a live stream that she did that I still have with her and Courtney Michelle and TJ Randolph, where she admit this.
It's also on my Patreon. Go check out the QR code. Go tap in.
After a while, everybody in this space that you know right now, Ali, they ostracized her. They made a fake porn site, said that she was a 304 and all the rest of this. You know, Black Men Unfiltered, World Class, all the rest of these niggas, you know where them niggas was at? Not to be fucking found. You know who number she was calling every day to defend her? Me. Dang. And as far as the relationship goes, people got to remember, this was in the middle of COVID. Mm-hmm. My baby wasn't even 1 year old when I met E or Lucki, right? So like I told her, I'm not about to be moving unless I have a real good reason to my baby not even one.
Right.
And this is what she said on podcast show. I don't want to play it now because I don't know if y'all cool or not. Mm-hmm. But like she said, we was talking about marriage because she didn't do relationships. And she said, you know what, if you're gonna mess with me, let's get married. I said, you know what? I'll accept that because I'm so handsome. I can go get some box in Michigan. I live in East Lansing. But I want a wife. Your daughter doesn't have a man in her life every day. Her father is gone. My daughter, mother at the time, was in a schizophrenic hospital. Right. Dealing with her mental illnesses. So months went by. Me and Lucki talking all day on the phone. I'm talking to her mom, talking to her nephew. They sending me applications for jobs out there. They sending me apartments. One day I gave Lucki my social security number. I was an authorized user on her credit card so we can get a home, right? Build our credit up. We had did all of these different things before I even was trying to hit no box. I even told her in the message that I posted before. I said, I don't care about no box. I want a real partner that I can trust. It was.
So y'all see, I've been trying to get a wife for years. Little do I know it would be a little feisty woman from the west side of Chicago. Child. I have been praying. Cause literally, y'all know I pray every single morning before I leave the house. I feel like if you don't, you might not make it back. Right? That's something that my grandmother taught me a long time ago. Every time you wake up, you thank God for that. Every time you go to sleep, you thank God for that. Every time you return to your house, you thank God for that because some people don't. Right? So in my real life, I do that. I be out in Chicago every day. It's dangerous. So I have prayed for many, 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 many years. And if Lucki or MJ will recall, I had said to both of them, I have had enough sex in my lifetime to last me a lifetime. I don't need any more sex. I want a wife. And I thought that's what those women wanted too. But they didn't. They didn't want that at all. Not with me. They wanted that with somebody else. Let's take a music break. Because I wasn't what they needed. You know what I'm saying? That's all it was. And if we could have figured that out a long time ago and not made it about YouTube drama, a lot of shit would have never happened. But these people, they prefer YouTube drama. Nobody has come to save Trader Truth Teller. Not a single fucking soul. Not Michi leaving my weed open and not putting the lid back on. Lord have mercy. Music break. Let's go to Tim's. If you know the word, sing along. That's my shit too, Fear. That's my shit too. Shout out to Fear with the $5 super chat. Looking for love in all the wrong places. Team Gently. Ciao. Let's go. Okay.
Ooh, cash make the coochie go woo woo.
That nigga's a goddamn $5 boot right now. $5 boot. $5 boot.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
That's my song too, girl. And yes, I was looking for love in all the wrong places. And what I found was betrayal and dishonesty. People who wanted to weaponize my daughter, weaponize my fatherhood, weaponize my manhood against me. And both Lucki and MJ. And only by the grace of God have I forgiven them for their sins.
It wasn't until certain stuff got out and people would call me. One of my friends named Kim called me and said, I just got the phone with TJ Randolph, who's a Delta. Kim is also a Delta, right? They trying to set you up. Do not go to Vegas and move with Lucki. I didn't believe her. I said, Kim, get Lucki on the phone. I'm gonna mute myself and talk about
the rest of this story is irrelevant. I want to eat my breakfast now, smoke a blunt with my wife, and I'm about to play 2K, as you guys can clearly see. Right? But I will say this. Never in a million years did I thought that, I'll be trying to stop situations from escalating, making it clear that I don't want no beef with the untouchables. Making it clear, even recently, I was on Drip Show with Chanel and Creative. I made it clear to Creative, I hope that they paying attention. I don't have no problem with y'all no more. I'm not in the business of beating up on innocent women, unlike some of these niggas that y'all fuck with on these panels. That's their business. That's their YouTube model. Get Tyranny on the panel and call her ugly. Get Creative on the panel and tell her she looked like Poppy Blanco. That's what they do. I'm not in the business of doing that. I'm genuinely talented when it comes to YouTube, and I want to be able to genuinely do what me and Ali talked about that day, which is create a space where everybody can speak respectively. Respectfully. There we go. Respectfully. That's it, bro. That's it, man. I hope that this message reached y'all. Ali, I'm going to make it clear to you again, speak to you directly. I have no issues with you. Please stop calling people like Trey, starting wars and starting dramas based on past beef that you have with me. You know where to find me. You know I'll give you my number. If you want to link up in Chicago, I'm absolutely welcome to that as well. Right? Do I have something in my beard? Look like it. Look, bro, I'm open to that. But I don't wish to have any further conflict with y'all. I just want to just live my fucking life. You feel me? I'm actually about to stop streaming on here as often because I want to build my my tech channel. And I just got the Insta360, you know what I'm saying, Luna Ultra, which is the hottest camera on the internet right now. And I've been shooting with it, and I just want to continue to dive into my creativity. I don't want to have to deal with drama from past beefs that I'm no longer interested in. But that's my thoughts. This has been the show. I would tell you guys to go over to Queen Sheba's show. She has basically 2,000 watching, 1.8 watching. And I have a job to do over there, so I'm going to go do that. I will holler at you guys later. This has been the Darrel Long Show. Make sure you become a member. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to all the channels in the description, found in the description. Make sure that you support all content creators, including Ilkan Ali and everybody else that's tagged. I ain't going to say them niggas' names, but support them, right? This is not a space where we need to be beefing. This is a space where we need to be collaborating. And even if y'all don't want to collaborate, don't stop people from collaborating. Don't put other people in conflict. That's my situation with you, Ali. And then after Fatty attacked Trey, you didn't even say shit. You didn't say shit on his behalf. So I got my little, everything that was on my chest about you, I got it out. I'm done with it. No more videos about Ali. No reacting to Ali. No reacting to the untouchables. Right? The treaty can be kept. Have a good day, niggas.